And here's one of the pieces I've cut in my hand, and what I do is I give it a slight little tug, and then the first thing we're going to start with is the mashed potato, and I use maybe half a ice cream scoop, and I can see right now that's too much, and then I give it a little squeeze it into an oblong size shape, and this is why I didn't add any milk, just 2 teaspoons of margarine to this. And so now just fold it over, and you can see where it is in the middle, and the mashed potato, is not touching the edges. This is critical. If it's pushing out of the edges, it's going to open up in the water. And so just keep on pinching and pinching. And then what I do to ensure that this little pierogi is not going to open in the water, I take a little fork and I pinch down all the edges, and it just guarantees that it's not going to open in the water. And then I have a sheet here beside me, and that's where I am putting the pierogi doughs. But since I'm going to be so quick at this, they're not going to have time to dry out. So let me do one more. And first thing, let's get the potato mix. And we got that. This is stretched out a little bit. So fold one end over the other, pinch it, and then keep on pinching it. And then you can see where we are inside. Just push it in a little bit, and then kind of squeeze everything in the middle. And now we're ready for the fork. That's it. So, that one is too thin. Let's give this one a little stretch. And I have about half a teaspoon of the mashed yam, and that too I'm going to roll into a little ball. And then we'll put that ball in the middle and touch one end to the other, and then start pinching. And the thing is, the yam is a little wet, and I don't like to get the edges wet. So if you have to do any tucking, use your baby finger, get it in there, and then get your little fork, push the edges over, and compress it down, and look at that. Perfect. This, I guarantee this is not going to open in the boiling water. So I'm going to continue here, and we'll pick up at the point where I'm going to put them in the boiling water for 2 minutes. So the third option that I'm going to use to stuff just a couple, maybe a few pierogies is just regular cheese slice. And I found it takes about a half of a slice. Just fold it over and make a fold just like that, and then bring one end to the other and pinch the edges just like the other pierogies you saw. And then press down with the fork. And let's do one more like that. And then we're going to do one with some blueberries. So put that in the middle. You can also use shredded cheddar cheese, and same thing. Mold it into a little ball, and then you'll have a shape like this. And make sure again it's not touching the edges, and pin down the edges with a fork, and there you have it. So I'm going to make a couple of pierogies with stuffed blueberries. So this is 3 teaspoons of frozen strawberries, and on top of that I've added a teaspoon of xylitol artificial sugar or sweetener. And besides xylitol being tasty, it's really good for your teeth and your gums. So, but if you have whatever sweetener you want to use, go ahead and so incorporate, get this all mixed in, stretch out the dough like before, and take a good teaspoon and then make a little trough. Drop your blueberry in the middle. Carefully, skillfully pinch the edges, and that one got out, and then just press the edges down, and there you have it. And boiling them for 2 minutes like the other pierogies is going to somewhat thaw out the blueberries, and it is fantastic with good fresh sour cream. So I'm going to carry on here, and then we'll start boiling all these beautiful pierogies. Let's start off with the 3 blueberry pierogies that I have, and we're going to start our 2-minute timer. And pretty much that's only a guideline, but pretty much if they start floating and stay on the top of the water, they're pretty much done. But to ensure that they're fully cooked right to whatever the filling is, I like to give them 2 minutes. And then beside the pot, I have a nice little casserole dish that I'll drop them into, and I like to give them a little shot of olive oil, just so they don't stick to each other. So let's come back in a minute and you'll see how they turned out. My 2-minute timer has gone off. I'm going to scoop out all the blueberries. Ooh, pierogies. One of them is leaking just a little bit. I'm not disappointed with that. And they're in my casserole thing, and I'm going to shut the timer off and start putting in the other pierogies, and we'll show you the end product in a few minutes. These are the cheese ones, by the way, so we have 2 of them. Okay, so the cheese pierogies are done, and they turned out perfect. They didn't leak out at all, and we'll put those aside and get going on the sweet potato and the potato. So at the end of it all, I had this pierogi dough left, and I'm not going to throw it out, so I boiled it just like the others for 2 minutes, and I'm going to put that on top. And just as a note that this dough is like excellent like in a chicken stew, a beef stew, a beef stroganoff, anything like that with a gravy, and fantastic. So don't throw out your scrap dough. You could even use it like as a side of your main course. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Stop recording. So the pierogies are done, and they turn out excellent one, if I do say so myself. So first one I want to show you, here's the blueberry version of it. And I wouldn't be shy to add a nice little dollop of sour cream on top of those sweetened blueberries. And here's the cheese one is here. The potato ones are here, and the sweet potato. So let's get to it. Let's cut one of them open and try it. That is the potato one. Oh, on top of this, I also I fried a small yellow onion, and typically that's what I put on my pierogies. And give it a try. It adds to the flavor. Wow. Fantastic. So I think this one here, I can see it's orange underneath. Yep. Let's take a bit of that nice sour cream. Yep. Sweet potato in here is so excellent. You know, I think it's even nicer than regular russet potato, but to each his own. And here's with the cheese, and see it got slightly melted. So let's give it a little dip in the old sour cream. Oh, excellent. Give this a try. And now let's just scoot over to the blueberry one. And the blueberry is just sitting in there, so juicy. Wow. Wow, it's amazing. The blueberries still have a bit of a chill to them. And that can make an excellent dessert. That would surprise your family, your friends, whoever's coming over for dinner. And fantastic dessert. So that's it. Hope you make this today. Takes a bit of time, but I have to say, so I made, I think it was something like 25 pierogies out of this recipe. And any that you have left over, what I recommend doing is to lie them out on a sheet that has parchment paper, and don't double stack it, single layer, put it in your freezer. Once they've frozen solid, then put it into a freezer bag, and they can stay in your freezer for months if you seal it properly. And that's about it. So thanks for dropping by, and hope you try this soon. Please give me a thumbs up. Would be very much appreciated. And subscribe and share with all your friends and family and everybody on the internet. Until the next one, take care of yourself. Bye now.